today.
Hello everyone, I was just reading. Teachy Birthday here, and and my brother Happy Birthday wants me to talk to you about human migration and all the things that go along with it. So here we go. The earliest migrants were, of course, ancient humans who originated from the African continent. The out of Africa theory posits that around 60,000 years ago, Homo sapiens dispersed across Eurasia. However, that theory has been challenged by evidence of migrations from Africa to Eurasia 120,000 years ago. Either way, but in modern history, migration is often thought of in three distinct sectors of understanding. There's, of course, industrialization. The pace of migration has accelerated since the 18th century from, let's not sugarcoat history, the slave trade. It would, of course, increase further into the 19th century, which was shockingly recent. The three major types of migration are considered labor migration, refugee migrations, and urbanization. Millions of agricultural workers were brought to the city, which increased the global economy and created the globalized market. The Atlantic slave trade, as referred, began to sharply drop in the 1820s. Another way that humans have migrated is from wars. The First and Second World Wars, along with genocides, have had an enormous impact on migration. Muslims moved from the Balkan to Turkey, and Christians the opposite way during the collapse of the Ottoman Empire. In April of 1915, the Ottoman government embarked on a systematic dissemination of its civilized Armenian population. This varied in intensity until 1923, when the Ottoman Empire ceased to exist. Then, of course, there was the decolonization that followed after the Second World War. Jewish communities across Europe and the Mediterranean and the Middle East were part of voluntary and involuntary migrations. So this leads us to talking about colonialism. Colonialism has affected the world in immeasurable ways. The policy of expanding into different countries to reap the benefits of that country. Colonizers spread their religion, their economics, exploit the lands, take their cultural practices to indigenous people. It's actually different kinds of colonialism. It has been categorized by historians. Settler colonialism, often motivated by religion. Exploitation colonialism, focusing on exploiting labor. Surrogate colonialism involves a settlement project supported by a colonial power in which most of the settlers do not come from the same ethnic group or as the ruling power. There's even internal colonialism, which you can see a lot in things like apartheid. Human migration. People, the way they spread across the world and return and go to different places. It's fascinating to study and see and understand, to better understand your world and the way views morph in some people and not in others. Colonialism is something to think about. Teachy Birthday.